Hey guys, it's Serene, and today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So, as you can see, I have my sketchbook here with me. Hint, hint. So, something that I've always seen on like YouTube from all the creators that I watch, at least that are like artists, is they do sketchbook tours. And that's kind of something I've always been interested in doing. So, I recently finished this sketchbook in the middle of Inktober, in fact, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to just go through it. So, yeah, as you can see, it's a Strathmore Vision mixed media sketchbook. I really like the mixed media because it's a bit like thicker paper, so it doesn't like buckle as much if you put like ink on it or water or whatever. So it's a little bit better for just having a sketchbook. I've had a sketchbook that was just regular sketch paper. And, you know, like, I would draw on it with pencil, and it would crease over, like, 3 or 4 pages over. And I just really didn't like it. I really liked the thicker paper, so. But it's not too expensive like a watercolor sketchbook would be, so I just find the mixed media to work good. So as you can see, the cover is ripped off. And for whatever reason, whenever I have, like, a thin paper cover like this, like the Strathmore covers, they rip off. So... yeah, that's just a personal problem that I have, but it's okay because as you can see, this actually comes with a cover that you can customize yourself. I haven't done it yet. I thought about painting like a galaxy or something, so if you want to see that for a video, then just let me know. But anyway, let's just get that out of here. And yeah, let's get started. So, as you can see, I kind of left the first page blank. I do that for protection, just in case something happens to the cover. And yeah, as you can see, it has some marks on it, so it's good that I did that. Now this first drawing, I'm sorry, I don't know how to prepare you for this, but when I made a mistake of asking one of my friends what I should draw, and they said, "I'm sorry, John." So, yep, that is my first drawing. It's an ink drawing of Garfield being a monster and terrifying John. I am so sorry you had to see this. So this is actually a request from a friend. She asked me to draw a vampire eating a human. Pretty simple. So I actually made this digital later. It's on my Instagram if you want to like check it out. Alright, so now we're here to the depressed boy drawings. Yay! As you can see, like the silver ink I used. Yeah, I was in a bit of a mood when I created this, so there's that. I actually really like this one. If I were to make a sticker out of like any of my traditional like ink work, this would be it. Because I really like how I did the birds, but yeah, I was in a sad boy mood in case you couldn't tell. If you didn't recognize this, it's my avatar. It's just a self-portrait I did in my style and I later digitalized it. I actually hate this one. Still in the mood, but sad boy mood, I mean, because that's how I get out my feelings with art. Yay. But as you can tell, like when I did the gouache red over it, 1, it like bled. 2, it like there were places I just forgot to fill in, and I don't know, I don't like her face. I don't like this background because it's not even. I just don't really like it. This one I'm actually like pretty proud of. It's a heart. This one, I was actually kind of feeling a little better, but I was still kind of in that depressed mood. You know how it be. So I did this kind of like demon with a hero, but he's not dead, so hope. This was a charcoal eye that I did. I really like drawing eyes, and I realized I hadn't drawn one for a while, so here we are. This is actually one of my OCs. Her name is Sierra, and she's like the queen of the Fae. It's this whole like story I have in my head where it's like the humans are evil and like the Fae are good, but it's kind of like X-Men pretty much, only like without the whole like school, just like the idea of having like superheroes, but instead it's like magic. Yeah. I filled a sketch page with Billie Eilish. I actually digitalized some of them. Like I drew this one on digital, and I drew this one. But this one was just for fun because I like Billie Eilish, because I'm a 13-year-old girl, apparently. This one, actually, you may recognize these. These are from my Greek goddess videos. Yeah, I already drew, like, these 5, and they're just redraws. This one I actually did, and I didn't use it in a video, and this one, Hera, I actually redesigned, but I still haven't done a video over her yet, so you might just recognize, like, these 4. And then, obviously, I have, like, Hecate and Medusa. I haven't done a Medusa one yet, either, so maybe in the future. And then these are Norse goddesses, which I've only done these 2 for a video. I still have these ones to do, and please ignore this, like, I hate it. So this was some more eyes that I did, as you can see, with Prismacolor this time, because my 2 favorite things to sketch eyes with are either Prismacolor or charcoal, just because I like the way the mediums work. So I didn't really care for this one that much, but oh well. Another quick ink sketch of a sad boy mood. Yeah. And another ink sketch of a sad boy mood. I don't know why, but when I'm depressed, I guess I just want to work in black and white, and it's usually in ink. I don't know why. I never actually posted this one, so you might see it on my Instagram soon. Okay, so this one is when I finally started experimenting with Prismacolor and skin. The first time I tried to do, like, a face with Prismacolor, it looked bad. Like, so bad. It did not look... So this is actually the first time I finally started doing that. And while it's not perfect, I mean, if you look at the face, that doesn't look like skin color at all. It was the first step to getting there. And so I actually really like this one. Also, it was a Draw This in Your Style for Margaret Morales, which if you haven't seen her art, it is phenomenal. I could stare at it for years. It's so pretty. So this is more experimenting with Prismacolor. It's supposed to be like an arachne kind of thing, if you couldn't tell, with like the whole spider with the 4 arms and 5 eyes, even though spiders have 8 eyes and 8 legs. But anyway, she's also weaving, so there's that. Oh, this one was supposed to be like, I was going to fill it with like Disney princesses, but if you can faintly see, I started with Milan and it looks so terrible, I just gave up on it. Oh, so this is another Draw This in Your Style, and this is finally where I figured out, like, Prismacolor shading, and I love this. I love it. I am so proud of this one. Just with the hair and, like, how the flowers look, I really, really like doing this one. I love the colors. Oh, so this is Annabeth from Percy Jackson, and in this one I tried to do, like, veins and stuff to make it look like she was, like, bruised. And this is actually, I got my first hate comment, guys, because someone commented the 2 puking emojis, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen, because I checked on her profile because I'm a weirdo, and, like, she didn't speak any English, I don't think, because all of her captions were in German, so, or maybe not German, I think Icelandic or something like that, but it just, someone hated this drawing, and I know it's not the best, like, look at the lips, and it's not the best, but someone hated it so much that even though they couldn't tell me in a language I speak how much they hate it, they, like, commented that through emojis, and it was so funny. It gets me every time I think about it. I know that's not how you're supposed to react to hate, but I'm sorry. Like, I thought it was funny. Oh, so this one I was actually drawing at church camp, and I wanted to do, like, a red skin character, but I was at church camp, and I had to make it obvious that it wasn't, like, a demon. So, I did, like, the antenna and, like, a moon and stuff to make it obvious that she was an alien. And I really like the way that hair turned out. These were just some sketches of some dogs and cats. I never posted these, so first look, guys. Oh, this was finally, I went to trying to shade real skin with Prismacolor. And so it was just a small little drawing, like, my hand is bigger than it. And as you can see, I did, like, little color in the hair. But I really like the way this one turned out. Oh, and this is finally where I, like, actually tried to shade a face, stylized face with Prismacolor. And this is a Draw This in Your Style by, like, Carlette on Instagram. Another really, really good artist. The only thing I regret about this one is, like, her forehead isn't completely proportional, and I didn't realize that until after I'd inked it. But I really like the shading, so it's just part I'm going to have to work on in the future. These were some other Draw This in Your styles that I did. This one I wanted to do on watercolor, and this one I wanted to do on digital, but I never actually did them, so. And I hate this. I hate it. So, this is, have you know who Daria Cohen is? Basically, she's like an animator on YouTube. She did the, gosh, I don't know what it's called, The Night, and she does a bunch of animation, and it's really good. I'll link her down below. But she hosted this contest on her Instagram where she wanted new outfits for her finale, and that you could design them. So you just had to draw the characters in them. Well, her characters are vampires. So their skin is completely white, and I didn't know how to draw that. So I did blue, but it just looks so bad. And her face in this, she looks like Karen, and he looks like an F-boy, and I don't like it. I was so sad. And then I hate this face even more because he looks like an F-boy. I hate this. Okay, so this one, Angel Ganev is another YouTuber, Instagram artist that's really famous. He had this tutorial for pencil sketches, if that makes sense, for how he does his pencil sketches and shading. And so I thought that was really cool, and I decided to kind of do one of those in my style, and I really like the way this looks. I definitely, you'll see I use this technique more because I actually really like it, and I'm definitely going to keep using it. Alright, so this is another one of my OCs. She is this is kind of like zombie apocalypse, only it's basically DNA, we tried to mess with our DNA, and it didn't affect anyone that had gotten their DNA, but it messed with their children, and then after they hit puberty, all the children became really, really angry, and then the government tried to fix it with the virus, and it basically backfired and made angry zombies. But they're all teens. So, yeah, that's just one. I don't know if that could actually happen or not. That's just the story I had in my head. And this was the main character, and it was this girl whose parents didn't want to get their DNA changed to it was completely superficial stuff too, that if people could change now, they would, hair color, eye color, stuff like that. Yeah. But if you ever want to hear any of my stories, then I don't know. Can do them somewhere. I have nothing to say about this one. I don't want to explain. Okay, so here we can see more Greek goddesses. I did Demeter because I want to make a video about her one day. And I also did Hera. But I redesigned her to look more like Karen with that classic haircut and also a peacock feather. And then here's the background for my Freya video. Okay, so here you can see more pencil sketches. I did 2 on one page to kind of save room. So you can see this one, and then this one. I actually really like the way these turned out, really. Okay, so this is a sketch page I did with my friends when they weren't paying attention. So, this one's my favorite. But, yeah, I thought it was a really fun experiment to try. Okay, so this one is a failed attempt. I wanted to, fill the sketchbook page with, eyes, but I never finished that. This one didn't even get charcoal put over it, but I think I'm going to keep doing this in the future. It's just not finished for this video, but, it's a work in progress. So this one I got, one of those, false brush nib pens. Let me see if I have it here. Is this it? No. Never mind. That was dumb. Okay, basically, it's one of those pens that, you can push down on it, makes it big or whatever. I think it's called a fake brush, faux brush nib, something like that. I don't know, but, I did that. I did some lettering, and I think this is kind of cute. Yeah. Okay, so this one, if you watch, Emily Artful, she had one of her, sketchbook storytime videos where she did, these characters in ink and then did highlighter over them, and I really liked that idea, so I decided to do it in my style. I really like this yellow. It really glows. And also, I asked my friend Alexa to borrow her highlighters, and she was like, what are you going to use them for? And I was like, art. And she's like, fine, but you don't use up all the ink for an art. I'm like, okay, Alexa. So shout out to Alexa for being a real homie. She keeps asking me to shout her out in my videos, so here you go, Alexa. Love you, baby. Okay, so this one is like a redraw of a drawing I did like a year ago when I first started digital. And basically it's of the Fairy Queen, only like I hate the face of the other one. And also it was like traced because I was just learning proportions and stuff, and that's how I learned. So here's my admittance. I traced, and it's okay, because that's how you learn. And now I can draw faces without tracing, which is a miracle. I haven't traced in like, I don't know, 6 months, and I'm not planning on going back to that. So, but, I really like the way this turned out, and I really like the way the colors look. And I like the fact that I didn't have to trace to do it. And it looks better than the first one did. Oh, sorry for the sudden cut there. My phone decided that even though I have 20 gigabytes of storage or 20 out of 32 used, for whatever reason, I don't have enough to keep, recording a video. So, sorry, there's going to be a bit of a cut there. But anyway, so this one is like sketches for like my song, like, I don't know what the word is, but the cover images for my song. So as you can see here, I have like the hand, and like here is the hands over the flower, and here these were just some basic concepts, and here's the hands holding each other. So obviously not the biggest ones didn't get used, funnily enough, but anyway. Okay, so here is actually where Inktober started. So I'm just gonna go through these pretty quickly, but actually something I got mad about is like I didn't count my pages before I started Inktober, and so therefore they're in different sketchbooks, which kind of makes me sad, but it is what it is, and that's what I get for not counting. So this is day one, obviously. The prompt is ring, and yeah. This one is also day one. It's for my absolute favorite artist, at Hey Mary Jean or Marzia Palomba, whichever one you prefer to go. Whichever one you prefer to go by. Basically she had her own Inktober, and I decided to do day one with a friend for a shared Instagram that we have. I'll link that down below too. But basically, the prompt was spider, so I did this spider one, and I really like it. This one, the prompt was mindless, and I had no idea what to do, so I tried to go for depressed boy moods. This one, the prompt was bait, and I really don't like it that much because of her face. But it is what it is. And actually, I really like the way this thing turned out. Demon thing. I just don't like her. Okay, so this was another one for Marzia Palomba or at Hey Mary Jean on Instagram. Her Inktober, and basically the prompt was clown. So I had band that day, so I just did a bunch of little sketches to make it look like I put in a lot of effort. But I didn't. Okay, so this one, the prompt was build, and so I did someone building a sculpture, and I wanted to make it kind of look like The Ring or something creepy, like she's crawling out, but she's also being built. The works. Okay, so this one, the prompt was husky. And so I was thinking husky, the body type. So I can do a werewolf, and then I can use it for my werewolf video. Go watch my werewolf video if you want. But it also, I used silver ink on this one, so it's shiny on his eyes too. But one, this hand, which it's wrong. I hate it. And two, I got a comment on my Instagram saying oh, I wouldn't want that type of husky in my house. I was like, oh no. Oh no. They think that I was trying to do a human husky. And that was how my life was ruined. Okay, so this one I also did for a video. The prompt was enchanted, and I did it like the Fae for my Fae video. Like I said, I had an obsession with the Fae. But I don't really care for this one. It's okay, but it is what it is. This one, the prompt was frail, and I tried to do I keep saying I am so sorry. I tried to do a porcelain doll that was fractured and cracked and frail. Oh, I really, really love this one. So the prompt was swing. So I did a trapeze artist on a swing, and it has gold over it, gold ink, and I love it. I I hate this one. The prompt was pattern, and I think it looks disgusting. I thought it was gonna look better than this, but it doesn't, so... Oh, so this one, the prompt was snow. So I was kind of thinking, Tchaikovsky, and giving like a Snow Queen, Nutcracker kind of ballerina vibe. This one, the prompt was dragon, and I'm really proud of how this one looks. I think it looks really cool. It also took me forever to do these little details, so. This one, the prompt was, gosh, you know what? I don't remember. Oh, it was Ash. That's right. So I've had this vision of like a little person holding a little pixie for a while, so I thought that would be cool, but I didn't do the shading right on the hand, and I don't like the way like this looks. But it's still like Ash because, you know, the fire and the ash around it. This one I really like. The prompt was overgrown, so I thought of a statue with like vines and flowers all over it. This one, the prompt was legend, and I did a witch, and I also did it for my witch video, little raven and cat. Pretty easy. This one was a Wendigo. I don't really like it because of these ribs, but I did it for my Wendigo video. The prompt was wild, so obviously a Wendigo fits with wild because it's a cannibalistic monster. This one, the prompt was ornaments, and so I was thinking Indian hair ornaments, and so I really like looking into other cultures and like seeing what clothes and jewelry and food and things that they do that are different than what I'm used to. So I really enjoyed doing this one and getting to look into like the clothes and the jewelry. I thought it was really fun. Okay, so this one, the prompt was misfit, so I thought who better to represent misfit than Frankenstein's monster? Literally, a misfit. And I also did this for my Frankenstein video, so as you can see, I was using prompts for videos. This one, the prompt was sling. I did this one we had marching band like all day, so I did it in between waiting for our results, and it's okay. I wish I could have done more like shading wise, but also I got home at like midnight, so, you know, I did the best I could do. Okay, so this one I was feeling really depressed. Oops. Someone let the edgelord out. And so the prompt was tread, so it was tread water. But it also looks like she's drowning, so. And this one I'm actually really, really proud of. As you can see, the like gold on it glistens. The prompt was treasure, and I didn't want to do a pirate because that's what everyone else was doing, and I'm not, that's too quirky. I'm just kidding. But I was thinking like a music box and a little ballerina inside, and I really like it. I like all the detail I put into it. And then, you know what happened? I ran out of pages, and I continued Inktober in my other sketchbook. Oops. So, that is my sketchbook tour. Yeah, I really, really liked drawing in the sketchbook. I feel like I learned a lot. And, yeah, if you guys would like to see any of my other sketchbooks, I have 2 other sketchbooks that I worked on while in high school. One of which where you can actually see where I drew, like, not good. And then it slowly progressed to, like, better. And another one where, like, it started out at the point where that one ended, and I really practiced with realism and also developed my style. And there's also my middle school one, which is complete trash, and I really, yeah. It's bad. It's bad. If you thought this one was edgy, that one's so much worse. But if you would like to see any of those, then let me know down in the comments. And I'd really like to do this again because I like talking about my art. I really like sharing it with people because I like doing it. So, thank you so much for watching. And, yeah, I'll see ya.